Hey, y'all, welcome on to Branded, the podcast that takes you behind the scenes and beyond the brand. We are talking about what do you want to be known for? Like, really, what do you want to be known for? If you have a client that you just worked with and they're talking to a friend of theirs about something new they're implementing in their business, something that's happening for them, right? And you come up in the topic of conversation. What is it? I have no idea what the fireworks are and why that just happened. Okay, that was interesting. If you're watching this on Facebook or YouTube, you're welcome. Fireworks. That was interesting. So if you have a client that's talking to a friend of theirs and they're like, oh my gosh, I was just working with so and so, they helped me implement XYZ. Like, what is that thing that they're going to be telling their friends about, right? What is the thing that you want to be known for? So I'll give you some examples of this with my own business, just so you can see what it is I'm kind of talking about. But this is sort of piggybacking on last week's podcast episode where we were talking about some brand basics and brand basics that really are a reflection of you, who you are, where you're at right now in your business, all of the things. Like, what are some of these brand basics, like your profile picture, your bio? What do you want to be known for? What's the content that you're actually talking about, creating? All of these things are a reflection of you. And I thought the whole concept of like, what do you want to be known for? It is a brand basic, but it's also something that we can dive down that rabbit hole because it's really important. And something that I thought was interesting was while I was at this keynote speech a few weeks ago, and I was hearing this really phenomenal, like globally recognized, incredible event planner. She was delivering this speech and it was about brand basics. And instead of thinking about, oh, well, I've heard this information, I was really paying attention to how she was delivering it. And therefore, it opened up my mind to accept this information in a whole new light, see it from a whole new perspective, and think about it in a whole new way. And understanding what you want to be known for can be really hard to put into words. And I saw this firsthand while I was at this event. There was about 150 people. The speaker was on the stage and she asked the audience, who here knows what they want to be known for? Nobody raised their hand, right? I'm sure like a fraction of them were a little bit timid and, just like me, I'm not going to offer to speak in front of 150 people if I don't have to. Like, I'm a little bit of an introvert in that way. So no one really raised their hand, right? And so she calls on somebody and they're like, ooh, I don't know. I don't really have the words for this. It's more of a feeling. I know what I want to be known for, but I don't really know how to say it. You're not alone. I fucking get it. I've spent hours and hours and hours of my life trying to come up with the most perfect I am statement of what it is that I do and what I want to be known for. I've meditated on it. I've journaled about it. And honestly, at the end of the day, all of those things are great. All of those things needed to happen in order for me to land on what it is I want to be known for right now, today, right? Like, I had to go through those steps. I had to take those actions. I had to have a little bit of that uncertainty in order to find the certainty. So I'm going to give you a little example of how I run through sort of the mental process, I guess you could say, of how I land on what it is I want to be known for. And maybe it'll help you do the same with yours. Because the speaker, Akeshi, she did the same thing. And when she said it at the end, there was something so incredibly beautiful about the simplicity of it. The simplicity of such a complicated question, at least it feels complicated, right? But how the answer can be so simple and to the point that it just makes you go, wow, yeah, I get that. I understand that. I resonate with that. Okay, how can I do that for myself? So here's an example of what I do with my business. These are the things that I do. I design and develop websites. I do email copywriting and like email campaign design. I implement workflows, automations, like back end, behind the scenes things that help businesses operate smoothly. Those are really like the top three things that I do. Of course, I'm designing PDFs, newsletters, guides. Like I'm doing all of this kind of extra design work um, for myself, for the organization that I'm a volunteer member of, or sometimes for my clients, right? Like just one-off projects here and there. But I don't really put those things out in the forefront. People just know that I can do those things after working with me. And that's something to really consider with this concept as a whole. What do you want to be known for? I know you're multi-passionate, right? If you're here, you're listening to this and you're a little bit like me, you're multi-passionate and you have a lot of fucking skills. Kudos. Awesome. But when you talk about all of those things, it can get a little confusing because it sort of bogs down the messaging. And it makes it heavy. It weighs it down. People can't really see through to that clear, laser focused message of, okay, this is the thing that she is known for. That is phenomenal. That's why I'm going to book her. And then the beautiful part is they get to experience all of those multifaceted sides of you when they become your client. So identifying what it is you really want to be known for will open up the door for you to be able to express and exercise all of these different sides of you that are also really impactful and unique and all the things. So the example that I just gave you of the three things that I do the most, right? Website design and development, email campaigns, and automations. That's not really what I want to be known for, though. When it comes down to it, not one of those three things are the thing that I want to be known for. The thing that I want to be known for is working with business owners to help them make intentional action while creating from a place of passion. So in short, I help them fall in love with their business and fall in love with the role that they play in it. So I'm not really a brand designer only. I'm not really a brand developer only. I don't really just write email campaigns, right? I don't just do those things. Those are things I'm good at, and those are things that are in my bio because I want people to just know right off the bat, oh, okay, cool, she can do this, this, and this. But I am getting to a point in my business where I feel like it's important to, in order to, I guess is the better way to say, in order to work with the people I want to work with, I need to be a little more clear about exactly what you get when you work with me. Yeah, you get a designed website that's fully developed. Yes, you get the email campaigns, and yes, you get the automations. But what you really get is a sense of peace and joy that you love your business and you love the role that you play in it because it looks beautiful, because it works, because you love doing all of the bits and pieces that are within your zone of genius. You can fully express yourself. So intentional action created from a place of passion, it makes that little love bubble. And that's just something that I've recognized through taking all the messy action. So this wasn't something that I was clear on 6 months ago. Now it was something that I felt. I have felt this. I just haven't been able to put words to it. And when I attended this keynote speech recently, it helped me re-engage this thought process, re-engage this conversation with myself, because I haven't ever really landed on that phrase of like, what do I really want to be known for? I've allowed it to sort of sit dormant inside of me as a feeling versus really putting it into words. And so I ask you today, what do you want to be known for? Really want to be known for? I guarantee you it probably has nothing to do with the product that you sell. It may not have much to do with the service that you offer. It's a benefit of the benefit of the benefit, right? It becomes this sort of butterfly effect of what happens when people work with you. And I'll give you the example of the keynote speaker, Akeshi. She was talking about, so she does, she's like a global event planner. She produces these events just all over the world. She has her own lifestyle magazine. She is quickly becoming like a social media influencer. I mean, she is phenomenal. If you go visit her page, I'll put her, I'll tag her in the comments on social so that way you can go check her out. But she was talking about this concept of being known for something. And she's like, if you see my bio and you sort of see all of the things that I do and that I share, I'm an author, I'm a podcast host, I'm, the global event planner, I do all of these things. She goes, but at the core of me and at the core of my business, what do I want to be known for? Celebrations. And it was right then that I was like, this is fucking great. The simplicity of it was just so beautiful. And it helped unlock that door in my mind and say, you know what, it's okay to revisit this conversation. And it's okay that I haven't really identified this answer until now. I wasn't quite ready to, I suppose. And I just think that if you give yourself permission to talk about it again, right? And I'm not saying talk about it with other people necessarily, although that can be very helpful. But have the conversation with yourself. What do you really want to be known for? And a great way to get started is start making a list of all the things that you're passionate about. What are all the things that you do for your clients? What are all the things that you're really good at? And then step back and look at that list and try to see it from like an unbiased, very neutral perspective and take a look at the similarities that are there within all of these different things, all of these different skill sets. I guarantee there is an underlying similarity there. And that is that beautifully wrapped, simple thing that you can be known for. So dig into it, peel back the layers, do that exercise. And if you have some questions about this and you want to flesh it out a little bit, let's chat. I always am doing free brand calls for anybody who wants to start having the conversation to understand their brand and their business a little bit better. Because as I already mentioned, what I am known for is helping business owners fall in love with their businesses and love the role that they play in it. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was short and sweet and to the fucking point. Until next week, bye y'all. Thank you so much for listening to Branded, the podcast. Please rate and review, and for more information, visit socialjanemedia.com. I'll see you soon.